So, our topic for today is Victorian non-fictional prose. So, let us understand what Victorian non-fictional prose actually means. This term refers to the prose writing of the Victorian age, that is from 1837 to 1901, and that is not based on imagination or storytelling, but on real life, real ideas, and serious thinking. It includes forms like essays, criticism, autobiography, religious writing, and historical writing. Now, this was a time of great change, like social, scientific, political, and religious. Because of these changes, people had many questions about life, society, and beliefs. So, prose became a very important tool to discuss, analyze, and understand these issues. And that is why Victorian prose is not just simple writing, it is deep, thoughtful, and socially important. Now, let us make this even simpler. Non fictional prose means writing based on real facts, ideas, opinions, and experiences, not on invented stories. So, unlike novels or poetry, this kind of prose is meant to inform, explain, and guide. So, Victorian writers did not just want to entertain readers, they wanted readers to think, learn, and understand society better. That is why most Victorian prose has a serious purpose behind it. Now, you must understand the background. The Victorian period was full of change. England was becoming powerful because of industrial growth and empire. But at the same time, there were serious problems like poverty, inequality, and confusion about religion. So, scientific ideas like evolution made people question traditional beliefs. So, society was in a state of confusion. Because of this, prose writing became a major medium of discussion, and writers used prose to ask questions like what is right and what is wrong? What is the role of religion? What is happening to society? So, Victorian prose reflects an age of self examination and serious thinking. Now, let us look at the main characters. Victorian prose is serious and thoughtful because it deals with real issues of society and morality. It is often didactic, which means it tries to teach or guide the reader. Didactic means teaching something. It is also closely connected to real life. Like writers discuss topics like religion, politics, science, education, and society. Another important feature is its moral concern. Writers believed literature should help improve society and correct its problems. At the same time, the style is often eloquent and detailed, but always rich in ideas. So it is not just beautiful language, it is meaningful writing. Now let's move on to major prose writers. Thomas Carlyle wrote about history and society and strongly criticized materialism. It means too much focus on money and machines. And John Ruskin connected art with society and opposed industrial life. He believed beauty and morality are important. And Matthew Arnold focused on culture. He believed culture can improve human life. And John Henry Newman wrote religious prose and explained his faith deeply in Apologia Pro Vita Sua. Together, these writers saw the Victorian prose was deeply concerned with society, morality, religion, and culture. Now let us understand the different forms. The major important form is the essay. Essay allowed writers to freely discuss ideas about literature, culture, and society. Then comes literary criticism. This writers explained and analyzed literature. We also have autobiographies where real life stories are there, and real religious prose, social criticism, historical writing. This shows that Victorian prose was very broad and flexible, covering many areas of life. Now let's understand, why is Victorian prose important? It became the voice of an age that was questioning itself. It helped people think about important issues like religion, morality, politics, and social justice. It also made forms like essay and criticism very important in literature. And most importantly, Victorian prose helped people understand the modern world and guided society during a time of confusion and change. So, to conclude this, Victorian non fictional prose is a nice and important part of English literature. It reflects the serious questioning, the moral spirit of the age, and writers like Carl, Ruskin, Arnold, and Newman used prose not just to write but to guide, question, and improve society. Therefore, Victorian prose is important not only for its style but also for its deep ideas and social purpose.